Very good, thank you. The ICT man, if you could help me put up the presentation slides so that we could all go through this together. Now, back then, as younger engineers, we were the ones in charge of asset management. We were the ones in charge of petroleum engineering subsurface. We thought we were all that. We thought the petroleum industry was just about engineers, do the exploration, drill the wells, get it out. There was this job. We didn't know where the money was coming from. We didn't get it.
Nigeria,
We didn't like it, so remember that. And we felt helicopter council was that. And for time to time, our leaders, any person call us, call all the companies together, come and do reconciliation, come to Lagos, come to London. We feel like reconciliation. What the hell is that? Helicopter, I'm an engineer. So we avoided those things. But my very first council, I was managing a field in the Niger Delta. And the field was basically abandoned. So I was the leader of the process. So we went from 2,000 barrels to 5,000 barrels in like 3 years. In another 10 years, we got to 12,000 barrels. And of course, this one I know what to do. Fine. I was called to a conference in London in 2014. And in the conference, it was about OPEX and CAPEX, operating expenditures, capital expenditures, cost per barrel, I said they don't believe. So it was no longer about just engineering. And so I was there with us, and we're discussing, we were talking about the cost of drilling the well offshore, and how the cost is related. So I was called upon, I was very young. I was called upon to make it. It was very busy. I went after the IOC with the engineers, showing them how wrong we were. And one of the IOCs was a part by the field that was managed. And during break-after break, they met me and pleaded with me. No, I'm a patriotic Nigerian. I work for the business. I'm special to do the right thing. And they empty with them. You royal ministry. Yes, you say your cost per barrel was $34 per barrel. Property cost. I was curious. And then he made a presentation and showed me and everybody that I was producing 800 barrels a year. But what we were selling out from my battery unit was 500 barrels a day. Wow! So I went to my GM and we said, we did a serious agreement in London. We didn't finish the conference, we ran back to Nigeria. It was a serious agreement. But we have been wondering every time we asked for money, for budget, give us budget that for small wells, give us budget $10 million, give us $2 million, we struck into work. We didn't know why. But we didn't realize that it was due to the fact that the hydrocarbon accounting was wrong. The reconciliation between my assets, the pipeline, the terminal, they were wrong. Every person of us will fight. We were accusing one another. Everybody. And for the first time in my life, I discovered that the hydrocarbon accountants were not the least important, or actually the most important in the value chain of the oil and gas industry. So, with this, I want to welcome all of us to the introduction and importance of hydrocarbon accounting in Nigeria. You just come with slides. Remember how the oil and gas industry started in Nigeria? Though Nigeria was given a single block to shelters to dance in 1913. Started exploration and production in 1913. They drilled back all of wells. I've seen wells that were drilled in 1927, 1932. There was no any gas there. Nigeria was operating from Owerri. That was their headquarters. By 1956, we got all the commercial quantities in Owerri. What is still existing, probably about to do the fresh oil nearby. Then the oil were right now. And Nigeria became an important player in the global oil and gas industry. By 1967 to 1973, due to the crisis in the Middle East, people want the rest of them, the disagreement between Saudi producers Saudi Aramco and the Western world, Nigeria became a very important center for oil and gas investment. But as they were investing in Nigeria, they pre-cracked a lot of wells. This ICT man worked with me as I move to the next slide. Please move to this slide, we'll all see them together. As the oil and gas industry kept expanding in Nigeria, we were just drilling wells, we completed wells, built fuel stations, constructed pipelines, but there was little or nothing like carbon accounting. The producer would say, yes, I produced 10 barrels and exported 10 barrels. Nobody was checking how much money do you have, how much have you paid, give teachers this one. That was all we did. We were very serious about hydrocarbon accounting. But over the past 10 years actually, we have discovered that hydrocarbon accounting has become a very, very, very serious issue in Nigeria, especially in the oil and gas industry. We started looking at what others were doing in Qatar, in Kuwait, in the US. How come they're expanding their operations? How come the oil and gas industry was a lot more than Nigeria? In fact, we get lost, but I'm going to say it now. One thing that bothers me, the US has hydrocarbon reserves of about 48 million barrels reserves, producible reserves. Nigeria has 37.5 million barrels. However, they are producing 30 million barrels daily, while they are producing 1.25 million barrels. They have a rig count of 484, they have a rig count of 14. The hydrocarbon industry is 90% inside Texas, one state, less than 25% of the size of Nigeria, worth $750 billion. The whole Nigeria, the hydrocarbon industry is worth $60 billion. But based on the size of the hydrocarbon reserves, you should actually be at par. What's different? What is different is hydrocarbon accounting. If the investors look at the volumes, because what they're going to invest, it depends on the volume they get from the reservoir to the market. When they align, they can calculate the revenues and get the outcomes. The money will come, but for some time, the money has not been coming to Nigeria. What's different? So here, the aim and objective of this presentation to establish the impact of hydrocarbon accounting on the development of offstream oil and gas in Nigeria, explore the structural stress and threats, and analyze the movement and present practical ways of ensuring sustainable development with hydrocarbon accounting at a recent. So we're talking about the overview of the oil and gas industry in Nigeria, so we don't really have to dwell on this much. Look at this one, Nigeria is well positioned to take all the right policies and ensure efficient running of economic activities of the operators. Exploration and production activities SWA back then is 67 to 73, and quite a lot of foreign direct investment in. And if you look at this, direct offshore investments between 1960 and 2024. Please, ICT, can you go there? I want to say yes. Please just look at that. And you will see that between 1967 and 1973, in purchasing power parity, we had the highest offstream investment in Nigeria. That was about 50 years ago. 50 years ago, Nigeria was the very bright beautiful bride for foreign investors in the upstream oil and gas industry. And look at now, as at 2023, 2020, it had dropped way below $6 billion from the PPP of way above $40 billion per annum to way below $6 billion. In 1973, the population of Nigeria was 50 million, and we produced 2,220,000 barrels a day. In 2024, the population of Nigeria is 220 million. We are producing 1.25 million. If you calculate per capita production, we are actually producing about 75% per person, less than what we're producing. It does mean, like Mr. Jimbo said, that if you should compare what we are producing and we compare it with the purchasing power parity and per capita, it means every single Nigerian is 75% to 80% poorer than the Nigerian of 1973. We should be worried. Every single one of us should be worried. And if you can look at the kind of investment came 50 years ago and the kind of investment that people put on, you can see that we actually have a problem that we must all solve. And that is the main reason why NIMF has been established, and that is why we need to speak to ourselves, especially in the practitioners, the regulators, the IOCs, the oil servicing firms, everybody, including the banks. It is not run away from it. We are here now. Over the past couple of years, we have seen how forests have dried up. We have also told from the high production in 2005 and 2005 we are producing 1.25 barrels a day, and we have less dollar to ourselves, and we have more challenges. People are getting older, the young ones need to be trained, the roads getting bad, and we are not putting enough resources for the Nigerian state. And the per capita income has dropped from $3,300 in 2014 to $1,800 per month. The value of the naira has dropped from about $170 per dollar, $169 10 years ago, to $1,700 today. We might think this was just a government problem, a problem of one party power. No, it is a collective problem. Every single one of us, industry practitioners in the oil and gas industry, the banks, the teachers, the engineers, every single one of us, it's time that we sat down to ask what's really going on here. And what is going on is about accounting. If you look at the output of Nigeria's oil in the past, over the past 30 years, you will discover that we actually produce more in 2006.
Oh. Sorry.
Good, thank you. So, I'm going to chat to come on very soon. So, it's good that we'll be having declining production. But what we were thinking that as surface engineers and geologists, we were saying, oh, our reservoirs were old. I mean, we are having declining production. The accumulated production has gone past optimum. That was what we thought. Because that was what we taught in school. We didn't realize that there was more to oil and gas. But we kept asking ourselves, especially traditional restrictive why, despite all we were doing, rather we have lesser and lesser investments in oil and gas industry in Nigeria. Given we did not have policies in encouraging wars. We had the 1969 Petroleum Act, which we employed from 1969 to 2021, August 6th or thereabouts, September 6th was signed into law. Yes. So we used just one archaic law in 1969, Petroleum Act, which was actually not written in Nigeria and it was not written by Nigerians. It was written in Europe and given to Nigeria to implement. I can assure you of that, sir. And we used that for a long time. So we never really benefited much from oil and gas, our oil and gas production. And between, after the Bonga and Agbami projects, investors worldwide started moving money to Angola, Algeria, places. And Nigeria was not. We didn't even invest in our own wells. We didn't invest in our own oil and gas infrastructure. And after some time, some of the infrastructure started going down. The Trans-Niger pipeline, which was built around 1969, engineering will testify to that. The Trans-Niger pipeline, which was constructed around the same time, and they were constructed at surface. And we didn't have what called Catholic protection. And this pipeline started getting rotten. And then looking at this, we allowed certain IOCs to declare what we were producing and to give us daily production figures that were not certified. And we only sent some hydrocarbon accountants to go and check their lab unit. That was what we started bringing in lab units. It used to be positive displacement meter, and we used to have card readers. But you will not be there. Even though we're doing calibration, that's what I'm here about, we still have the archaic system. We were not properly accounting for produced volumes. In fact, we got to a point that I'm speaking as an listener and as a that to get volumes, well, we have to use standard temperatures and pressures. They will take measurements in the afternoon where the density and viscosity of the crude oil will be different to have expanded, but lower mass per liter. Then they record it as 8 a.m. in the morning at the temperature of 23 degrees Celsius. You can't believe the difference in volumes. The difference in volumes is crazy. When you use a positive displacement meter to calibrate flow lines or your pipelines, we used to padlock it. How difficult it is it to change the padlock? 2 meter. They reset it in the morning. And we had a player that was declaring 4,000 barrels a day from a field. I was sent to that field to take over the field, and the production I found there.
This is not prison. When they leave it,
Now, we found out that they were producing less than 1,000 barrels per day, but they were declaring 4,000. Of course, any person went after them much later. It was in Britain. Now, imagine investors that are putting some serious investments into those assets, and the investor was expecting the integrity of hydrocarbon accounts, and things like that were coming up. For goodness sake, will you come? If you were a great investor from China and you reduce what you were selling out from the assets was 20,000 barrels, what they claimed the receipt from the terminal was 12,000 barrels, would you play? So the importance of the hydrocarbon accounting, we now started seeing that no, the engineers were really getting the projects approved. We couldn't drill more wells, we couldn't complete wells, we could not carry out well intervention on wells. Even the NDI results, we call maximum efficiency rates, had become very poor. And each company, including NDRC, NNPC, IOCs, EGOS, every single one of us, we do what we like. We account for our hydrocarbons on our own. Even though they are sharing a pipeline, we are not upgrading our infrastructure to reflect natural and automated hydrocarbon accounting. We don't need to do reconciliations. In fact, in Kuwait, in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia, every single cup of crude oil that you produce is automatically calculated. But what we do here, we do MER, the maximum efficiency rate. We are given, this is what we are given by NPRs for the field for the month. Okay, each well, this was 700 barrels, this was 620 barrels. But we forgot that by the time you start producing into the separator, there is a back purchase. The estimate that the best you get from MER is about 8%. It is about 90%, 8% is out. That's the best. Then when you pump into a shared pipeline and it gets to the terminal, the operator of the terminal of the pipeline will not tell you that whatever it is you clear the pump, we are taking another 20% off it. You lost 28% from your calculated estimated volumes. The investor gave you money based on 100% volumes. You are presenting 28%. By the time it's going into the ships and they use the temperature and density differences, you lose another 10%. 38% go. Whatever volume you collect, we are paying royalties to NPRC, we pay petroleum profit tax, we pay the funders, we pay the interest rates, which is now almost 30% in Nigeria and 12% in Europe. We pay all that. And you are working day and night. And your accounting is not correct, you are not getting your volumes. In all honesty, and with the judicial system not representing you, in all honesty, as an investor, you will bring out money. No. And that accounts for why the trend in the drop, slide 7, in the drop over the past 2 decades, in the drop in investment in the oil and gas industry. And right now, the impact of not investing in Nigeria, we are all feeling it, including the market woman that is selling plantain. The current economic crisis we have in Nigeria is directed and tied straight to hydrocarbon accounting. So when the chairman said, oh, we need to invite politicians to this conference, no, we need them here. We're in trouble. We need them here. We need the engineers. And yes, we need the bankers. Including the spend governor, or that can do so. We need it because at 27-28%, how much money am I going to make? Drilling 7 barrels of oil. But it comes out when it gets to the terminal, it will be hard. And of course, there are some people that fix something a little for the pipelines. But I can tell you for free that what is being sought for the pipeline by some criminals is very minute compared to what's happening within our corporate institutions. Tell us inclusive. We will not educate and exonerate ourselves, but we try to advise our clients on how best to proceed. And when you look at our volumes, slide 9, when you look at our volumes, crude oil production per country, slide 9 is ICT has left us. Now, you look at what we produce, we say, Nigeria, the giant of Africa, we are great producers of crude oil. Of course, we don't know the PMS. But look at the production, United States, 13.2 million barrels a day. The same resource volumes as Nigeria. And Nigeria produces 1.35 million barrels a day. We are not even among the first 10. Kazakhstan, I was born there for yesterday, produces more than us and exports even petroleum products to Nigeria. Iraq was at war for almost 20 years, producing 4 million barrels a day. Nigeria, we are not at war. We are not bringing bombs apart from Qatar and a few people. Most of Nigeria is peaceful. But we are not getting investment because our volumes cannot be accounted for. And if our volumes cannot be accounted for, we have over 4 factory wells across Nigeria. And if that knows the MER of which producing the well, if we add up all the MER, reduce it by 8%, how many really producing 1.35%? 1.5%? Which means there's something like this. We still have our infrastructure, our hydrocarbon accounting of the ancient of days. That's all we have. So there are opportunities for us to only attract, especially in the center of the PI, to bring back the investments into Nigeria, for us to return even to the clusters of the Niger Delta, Eastern Niger Delta area, Western Niger Delta area, the producers here, co-sharing pipelines like AGI. AGI uses that pipeline alone to pass. Nobody started there. I was one of the great champions that, so let's control the 7 kilometer delivery to AGI. AGI fought us, we fought them, every person goes the other way, and NBC went to get to sleep. And we are not. Vendors are taking over, and they produce all sorts of things. I've seen some of the refineries there. But we are not producing, so we have potentials locked down by policy misrepresentation, by working in silos, different companies. Sean is doing their own, Carlos is doing their own. I was not go to the companies to get the business to get them done. So that's the problem. We're not making recommendations. We suffer. Every single one of us now, including the innocent market woman that doesn't know about it, is suffering because of the carelessness of those of us that should know, that do know, that the poor hydrocarbon system in Nigeria is sinking the economy. We should know. We are not advancing the government, we are not advancing interest. The private sector, Peter and me, we are not organizing ourselves enough to go to police and say, look, we have this plan. Let us account for every single molecule we produce. Let us send 3-4 people to Qatar to study the system. You don't need to do a consideration of 50 liters. Automatically as it's produced, you see it on the screen. The whole, every single one in Nigeria. You see it. We call it DLC, programmable logic controllers. That's what we need. It's not a big deal. Fiber optics and thereabouts. We don't need, NUPS has the right, including me, to inform and sell companies that Your pipeline, the average number of years a pipeline should spend, and how the pipeline was being managed, catholic potential and only potential, the rest of them, I give you 50 years for this pipeline. After 50 years, whether it's good or not, by virtue of policy, you must move it. Deep areas by directional drilling. We still have pipelines that my great grandfather worked on, and we are using them today. And you know that beneath it, there is just corrosion. The pipeline integrity must be poor, and you are losing a lot of production. So we don't need, it doesn't belong to the production company to decide when to change the pipeline. It belongs to the regulators to enforce pipeline changes and the structure and type of pipelines. So if we have so much in crude reserves and gas reserves, far more than many other countries, how come those other countries have so much investment while we are not having investments? No wonder we don't have enough jobs here. No wonder the unemployment rate is high. No wonder we have a lot of engineers that cannot be employed. No wonder we have brain trade to the Middle East, the US, and to Europe. And everything ties mainly to hydrocarbon accounting. You can see the global reserves. I wish the ICT man would stop showing me and show what we are talking about. I'm not important here, it is what we are discussing that's important. So, that we look at our reserves. So despite our relatively appreciable results, which are actually more than that, we have failed ourselves as an industry. Look at the recount. Recount is a measure of the activities, option activities per country. It's actually the measure of the health of the oil and gas industry of the country. Over the past 3-4 years, there has been a massive immigration of oil and gas industry workers, especially to the Middle East. Why? Qatar, Kuwait, the UAE, Saudi, Oman, they are drilling everywhere. Normally, we have what we call FDP, 5-year plans. Every 5 years, it's a moving plan. Every 5 years, you are progressing from this field. You carry out further oil and gas development. You go to any class, you discuss it, this scale. We have seen this, In the next 5 years, you'll be able to drill 5 wells. But what has happened? So if you are drilling 5 wells, 6 or 8 wells per asset per field in every 5 years, there will be activities. And now, this is where some of these countries are smarter. Back then, when they ask for some performance, when they give you a budget, you have your work program, they give you the budget, every line item, then at the end of the day, they ask for performance. The reason for performance is not just for you to drill, it's not just for you to produce oil and gas, it's to stimulate the economy. They want you to spend money on the service providers, on caterers, on marine activities, on buying diesel. It is for economic stimulation, which is why I enjoy Texas so much. It is very, very good in Texas. In fact, you still have almost brand new equipment, but the regulator in Texas will tell you, oh, you have used this rig for the past 10 years, you must zero it and buy a new one. What have they done? They now force you to zero that rig, smelt it down, and provide jobs for a manufacturing company, and that money cascades in the economy, and they built a $750 billion oil and gas economy in Texas State. Last year, January, we had this ice issue in Texas. I was going to Odessa, so they cancelled all flights. Myself and my partner decided to drive. So we got a truck. I drove. It was 1,900 kilometers round trip. For 1,000 kilometers. I kept going down because I couldn't take it from Odessa in the Midlands to Houston. Oil wells everywhere. Companies everywhere, everybody was busy. In Texas, we didn't have everybody a lot. Before we had oil fields, they had just one oil well with a house beside it. The man is the owner of the field, is the owner of the well, is producing it almost one bottle. Every 10 days, they will use a tanker to convert that to bigger companies. The crazy things there. And what they do, they keep using those to stimulate the economy. The average Texas, the GDP, condition of GDP per capita of Texas to the US is the largest. Texas can exist as a country. What are we doing in Nigeria? These things are not rocket science. We are here and we should do it ourselves. And we recount, we hit Texas out of this 484, Texas has about 350. But Nigeria is a country, come on now, 14 weeks. How many wells shall we drill? What is the volume of investment per well? Probably $20. How can that stimulate the economy of 220 million people? How shall we share that money? How shall we chip it to the next person? That's why some of us struggling for the same job, fighting. Salaries need to be paid. Overhead needs to be accounted for. But because we have held ourselves deeply through poor hydrocarbon accounting, the investors are fled. It is time to pull the oil and gas industry back from the brink. We need to save ourselves and save our compatriots. If you look at the recent analysis, which we are talking about, so there's no point talking about, but right now, we need at least $50 billion oil and gas investment over the next 10 years to be at par with the state of Texas. But right now, we're getting $6 billion per annum, which is way far below. It is definitely insufficient. You look at the contribution of the oil and gas industry to the GDP over the past 8 years. Look at 2018, the GDP was dropping from $500 billion total GDP to $246 billion. But the contribution of the oil and gas industry to the GDP pattern used to be about 9.8, and if you look at this, and about 9.8 is at 2019. But the GDP volume actually dropped to 270, which means ordinarily the oil and gas should be about 15 to 20% better. But what we have, 4.8, it means that it's not only the government and the government countries, we the players in the industry, we have a role to play. As long as we don't step up to the plate to sit down, not just the conference, position papers, enforce, entice, encourage the government and regulators for us to do proper hydrocarbon accounts. And there are opportunities there. Where are the opportunities? Look at PLS trend in Nigeria, the cost of PLS. Let us use just PLS. We think if you are producing crude oil, we should be refining crude oil. Which means you can, before we talk about the PLS, how much was it in 1976? 60 kobo per liter. How much is it now? 1,100 naira per liter, which is almost as par with the cost per liter in the US. This is an opportunity, isn't it? Which means investors should be looking at, oh man, this is well, okay, no subsidy, let's invest. Which means we invest in drilling oil wells, we invest in new assets, and we invest in refining operations. Well, with that, where are they? Their income. Accounting system. But so what do we do? Having looked at the overview, everything about the oil and gas industry in Nigeria, from the past and where we want to achieve, any president is telling us, oh, by 2025, we should have producing 4 million barrels a day, and the decade of gas, we should be expecting gas, flaring gas, and this should be having gas production by 50 BCF per day for sales. Those are strengths. Those are opportunities. So our strength, we have huge volumes. 37.5 billion barrels, 206 TCF of gas. We are strategically, politically advantaged. We are not aligned. We don't care whether you're from China or from the US. If you have the money, please bring it because we need it. We have significant size of the local markets. We have highly and highly educated workforce. Respected presence of local players as E&P, the Seplat, the Totals, the Kegosis, and we have NCDA policies and procedures. Actually, they're actually very good to help stimulate and encourage our local industry. But do we have weaknesses? Yes, we do have weaknesses. Actually, we hydrocarbon accounting policies. They are weak. Non-existent in most places. I'm sorry to say, but that is the truth. And it affects everything. Weak monetary and fiscal policies. Because you cannot stimulate the economy, especially an industry as important as this, without having the banking industry behind you, without having the central bank behind you. No, they are weak. We don't have practical policies of synergy among the ERP firms. For instance, all of us are doing what we like. We are not gathered together to enforce. We have weak accounting for productions and tasks, which we spoke about. Large units individually managed by people. The pipelines and terminals, which we are exposed to. Those are weaknesses. More weaknesses we have. The high cost per barrel, the cost per barrel in Nigeria actually averages about $20 to $25 in places. There's places that are higher, this is with them. But the average cost in the Middle East is $5 per barrel. Okay. Now we have the weakness of lack of synergy between upstream and downstream. The upstream is not seeing the downstream and the midstream, but if the upstream is working very well, they should be the ones, either refineries adopting E&P companies or E&P companies adopting themselves. So we don't have that. Yes, we have very high tax regime. It's very, very, very worrisome. And then the massive integration of key staff. In fact, it affected our company so much, where more than 30 people, they will just go, I did Canada. I don't get job for Kuwait. And people that we are trained and trained were leaving. Recently, we have to incorporate a lot of graduate trainings and started training them. But how do we retain them? Because they get from Qatar, they just say graduate training is $100,000. But how long? You get them complete. That's what's the government doesn't collect Nigeria. That's a major problem that we believe that any trust regulators and all of us should sit together to look at together for water opportunities. The opportunities are massive. The very first opportunity is that if we do not come together to agree on proper hydrocarbon accounting policy and infrastructure, imagine the impact across Nigeria for hydrocarbon accounting purposes to be run out of Qatar. We're not talking about $10 billion. Do you know how the home country will benefit foreign direct and local investment? How the economy will be stimulated, the number of private accounting for our oil. What we have lost, yes, we have what we have lost is so much more than what we have invested. And the opportunities of all the marginal fields, deeper horizons, more than less than 40%. About 40% of the Nigerian wealth, we're still about 7,000. We've not gone deeper. 7,000. If you go deeper, 4,000. There's a lot there. The guy is trying to account for that, or we've not done the detail. But there are also threats. And the major threat, I just speak about the major threat. The major threat is that if we fail to establish all this, we'll just come to talk shops like this, or give us tea, coffee, scones to eat. If we don't implement this as an industry, we would have failed ourselves and failed our future. I thank you for listening to me. And I greet you all.
Let's let you go. Just in 1 minute, what is the way forward? I think you need to learn that thought. In 1 minute, Prof. I know there's a lot you want to share. But in 1 minute, what is the way forward? Because I'm particularly worried about reduced investment over 2 decades. What is the way forward? In 1 minute, Prof.
Because at the beginning of this, you said, we are here to teach and interact, not to make. And as we were talking about the problems, we were talking about the
solution. In 1 minute, we have to get hydrocarbon anti-proper and all of us in 1 minute. 1 minute. Thank you so much. A round of applause for me, please. Please, thank you so much.